月亮代表我的心，星星第一个吻，已经打动我的心，浅浅的一段情，叫我思念到如今。你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分，你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。星星的一个吻，已经打动我的心，深深的一段情，叫我思念到如今。你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分，你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。热烈祝贺南疆师范学院建校70周年！耶！
Selesai. Selesai.
Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. 在此问候大家平安吉祥。The Honorable Director of International Cooperation and Exchange Nanchang Normal University, Song Nai Kang. The Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Tourism Nanchang Normal University, Liu Yufeng. The Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Tourism Udayana University, Dr. Iwayan Suwardana SST Par M.Par. The Honorable Vice Dean of the Faculty of Tourism Nanchang Normal University, the Honorable Vice Dean of the Faculty of Tourism University, the Honorable Chinese Director of Tourism Confucius Institute Udayana University, Professor Tao Xianguang, the Honorable Indonesia Director of Tourism Confucius Institute Udayana University, Dr. Andes Imade Sendra, MSI, the Honorable Speakers, also the Honorable Invitees and Participants, which I cannot mention one by one. Good afternoon and welcome to the International Seminar with the theme, Opportunities, Challenges, and Recovery of the Tourism Market in the New Normal Era COVID-19. Please give a warm applause. At the same time, on the day full of love, Tourism Faculty of Udayana University and Tourism of Faculty Nanchang Normal University cooperated to hold this international seminar. Okay, as a beginning for our event today, please welcome the traditional Balinese dance, Tari Belibis. Please give a warm applause. Next is the national anthem of Indonesia and national anthem of China. Dear guests, please stand to attention.
把我们的血肉筑成我们献祭长城，中华民族到了最危险的时候，每个人被迫着发出最后的吼声，起来，起来，起来！我们万众一心，跑着敌人的炮火，前进，跑着敌人的炮火。前进，前进，前进，进。
Guests are welcome to sit back. Next, we would like to invite Chairman, also Indonesia Director of Tourism Confucius Institute Udayana University, to give a speech. Dr. Andes Imade Sendra, MSI, time and place is yours.
The Honorable Director of Nanchang Normal University, the Honorable the Dean of Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University, the Honorable the Dean of School of Tourism and Economic and Management, Nanchang Normal University, the Honorable the Vice Dean for Finance, Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University, the Honorable the Chinese Director of Tourism Confucius Institute, Udayana University, Prof. Tao Xianquang, the Honorable the Speaker from Nanchang Normal University, Mr. Liang Yi Kuai, and Dr. Chen Xianli. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Tachia, Xiao Hao. Welcome to the International Seminar, Opportunities, Challenge and Recovery of the Tourism Market under the new normal COVID-19 situation. Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Salam Sejahtera. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, on behalf of the Rector of Udayana University, let me to convey his warm gratitude to all of you. Today is the golden day of Nanchang Normal University. Let me to share my congratulations to all of the academical staff Nanchang Normal University. Zhe Nanchang Span Tasui 79年快乐 Yuan Kengjia Panrong Pujian. Selamat ulang tahun ke-70 Universitas Nanchang Normal. Semoga semakin jaya. Ladies and gentlemen, Udayana University and Nanchang University and also Nanchang Normal University had signed Memorandum of Understanding for collaboration in education, research, and community service. Today, the three pillars of collaboration are creating through conducting the international conference under the theme How to Recover the Market Segment of International Tourism under the post-COVID-19, especially for Chinese market. Since until now, the government of the People's Republic of China do not yet open the border so that there is no Chinese tourists from China visiting Bali. This seminar will present four prominent speakers from Nanchang Normal University, such as Mr. Liang Yikwai, who will present his paper under the theme, The Unique scenery of Jiangxi province, and from Dr. Cheng Xianli with his paper under the theme Introduction of China Culture Industry. Furthermore, the speaker from TCI Faculty of Tourism, such as Mrs. Yayu Indrawati, PhD, with papers theme Recovery the Tourism Market under the New Normal Situation, Opportunity and Challenge. And Dr. Imade Sendra with his paper theme Diplomacy Tourism based on cultural diplomatic relationship between China and Indonesia, especially Bali. Ladies and gentlemen, this seminar is attended by more than 160 students from Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University. They are coming from 2 bachelor study programs, such as Tour and Travel Industry Program and Tourism Program, and also students from Diploma 4 of Tourism Hotel Management. The committee are also invited the students from postgraduate program, such as Master Program of Tourism Studies and Doctor Program of Tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, as well as we know that Bali is one of the preferred destinations of Chinese tourists. Before pandemic COVID-19, Chinese tourists have become the new emerging tourism market in Indonesia, especially Bali. From 2012 until 2016, the Chinese tourists coming to Bali had the second highest position after Australian tourists. From 2017 until 2018, the Chinese tourists became the first rank, but 2019 Chinese tourists became the second rank due to some issues of Chinese tourism market in Bali, such as Bali sold cheapest, WeChat payment system, the illegal tourism workers from China, the use of the Indonesian state symbol to guarantee the originality product souvenir, and so on. Based on the online questionnaire data in China, during the pandemic COVID-19, Bali is still a favorite destination for Chinese tourists. We do hope that before G20 summit meeting in Bali, the government of People's Republic of China will open the China border in order the direct flight from some tourist generating region in China could be conducted and visiting Indonesia. We are Indonesian people will welcome all of the Chinese tourists for recovering tourism sector under post-COVID-19 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, as a closing remarks, allow me to convey, wish you all, our students from the 2 parties, Nanchang Normal University and Udayana University, could take a good advantage from this international conference. Thank you very much and stay healthy. 谢谢您。
Next is a speech from Dean of Faculty of Tourism, Nanchang Normal University, Liu Yufeng. Time and place is yours.
尊敬的施瓦达拉院长，尊敬的雅玉副院长，尊敬的申达拉院长，尊敬的陶显光院长，各位老师、同学们，大家下午好。
Distinguished Dean of Faculty of Tourism, Dr. Swadara. Distinguished Vice Dean of Faculty of Tourism, Dr. Yayu. Distinguished Indonesian Director from Tourism Confucius Institute, Dr. Sindra. Distinguished Chinese Director from Tourism Confucius Institute, Professor Hao Xianguang, teachers and students, good afternoon.
金秋10月，硕果飘香，新冠疫情常态化下，乌达雅拉大学与南昌师范学院共同举办新常态下旅游市场的机遇、挑战与复苏的国际学术研讨会，既能推进两校之间的合作上一个新台阶，又能为促进印度尼西亚和中国两国旅游事业复苏发展贡献一份力量，更是为南昌师范学院的70年校庆增光添彩。
It is golden autumn of October, and rich fruits are in heaps. Under the normalization of COVID-19, Udayana University and the Nanchang Normal University jointly hold an international academic seminar on opportunities, challenges, and recovery of tourism markets under the new normal, which can not only promote the cooperation between the two universities to a new level, but also contribute to the recovery and the development of tourism in Indonesia and China, and also add master to the 70th anniversary of Nanchang Normal University.
在此，我谨代表南昌师范学院旅游与经济管理学院，对参加今天学术研讨会的各位领导、嘉宾、专家学者和同学们表示诚挚的欢迎和衷心感谢。
Here, on behalf of the Faculty of Tourism and Economic Management of Nanchang Normal University, I would like to extend my sincere welcome and heartfelt thanks to all the leaders, guests, experts, scholars, and students who participate in today's academic seminar.
南昌师范学院旅游与经济管理学院与乌达雅拉大学旅游学院在库盘交换生、人才培养、科学研究、服务社会方面开展了深度合作，为两校师生加强交流、相互学习、共同发展提供了一个很好的学习和交流平台，也增进了两校师生之间的友谊。
The Faculty of Tourism and Economic Management of Nanchang Normal University and the Faculty of Tourism of Udayana University have carried out in-depth cooperation in the exchange of students, personnel training, scientific research, and community service, which provides a good learning and exchange platform for teachers and the students of the two universities to strengthen exchange, learn from each other, and develop together, and also enhances the friendship between teachers and the students of the two universities.
希望以此次学术研讨会为契机，将两个学院之间的合作推向更高层次。也希望像这种学术交流等活动能经常开展，让两校师生有更多的机会加深相互了解、相互学习，拓宽视野，提升办学理念，扩大乌达雅拉大学和南昌师范学院的办学影响和办学成效。
I hope to take this seminar as an opportunity to promote the cooperation between the two universities to a higher level. It is also hoped that such academic exchanges and other activities can be carried out regularly, so that teachers and students of the two universities have more opportunities to deepen mutual understanding, learn from each other, broaden horizons, improve school running concepts, and expand the school running influence and effectiveness of Udayana University and Nanchang Normal University.
江西风景独好，欢迎乌达雅拉大学的各位朋友有空来江西走走，欣赏江西的美景，品尝江西的菜肴，体验江西的茶文化。
The scenery of Jiangxi is unique. Warmly welcome all friends from Udayana University to Jiangxi for a walk, to enjoy its beautiful scenery, enhance its cuisine, and experience its tea culture.
谢谢大家。
Thank you all.
Okay, thank you for the amazing speech. So next, please welcome a speech from Dean of Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University, that will be represented by Vice Dean Ibu Yayu Indrawati SS Empar PhD. Time and place is yours.
Check. Good afternoon, everyone. And good afternoon, the Honorable Rector Nanchang Normal University. And good afternoon to the Honorable Dean School of Tourism, Economic and Management, Nanchang Normal University. Good afternoon to the Honorable Chinese Director of Tourism Confucius Institute, Udayana University, Professor Tao Xiangguang. The Honorable Indonesian Director of TCI, Udayana University, Dr. Andes Imerde Sendra, MSE. The Honorable Speakers from Nanchang Normal University, Mr. Liang Jikui, and also Dr. Zhang Li. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, students, and good afternoon to all the participants who join online today. Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Shalom, salam sehat, salam kebajikan bagi kita semua. First of all, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of you who come today in these joyous occasions to participate in the international seminar with the title Opportunities, Challenges, and Recovery of the Tourism Market under the New Normal COVID-19 pandemic, under the COVID-19 situation, as part of the celebrations for the 70th anniversary of Nanchang Normal University. Ladies and gentlemen, the new normal is a new order of life currently, and it is implemented as a government plan to overcome economic problems due to COVID-19 pandemic. In the tourism sector itself, tourist destinations have begun to open by complying with new normal protocols. After the implementations of the policy, there was an increase in the number of visitors, both domestics and as well as by the foreign tourists to Indonesia. Before the pandemic, one of the highest foreign tourist arrival to Indonesia, especially to Bali, was tourists from China. The high number of China's tourists has made Bali quite reliant on the tourists from China. Moreover, Bali needs to make the right marketing strategy to maintain the existence of Indonesian tourists in each market. The Chinese tourism market is also expected to have a role in restoring the tourism sector in the new normal era of COVID-19. Therefore, this international seminar is expected to be a medium for 160 participants, both who join online and offline, and the 4 lecturers from Udayana University as well as from Nanchang Normal University, in exchanging ideas about conditions and use it as a path to restore tourism, particularly in Bali and China, in the new normal era. Through the material from this event, such as recovery of the tourism market under the new normal situations, opportunities and challenges, and also the material titled Diplomacy, Tourism based on Cultural Diplomatic Relationship between China and Indonesia, participants will gain knowledge about the relationship between Indonesia and Bali, and also Indonesia and China in tourism sectors. Additionally, participants will also gain a new insight into China's tourism from the material that will be presented by the speaker from Nanchang Normal University with the title, The Unique Scenery of Jiangxi, and also the introductions of China cultural tourism industry. Last but not least, I would like to officially welcome you to the international seminar, and I do hope this event will be very useful for each and every one of us. Thank you very much. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Bu Yayu, for the amazing speech. So before we get into our main event today, we are going to watch a performance from Nanchang Normal University. Please welcome, this is the T performance. Please give a warm applause.
"古人云：客来点茶，客罢点汤。点茶是宋代独特的饮茶方式，也是茶百戏的基础，深受朝廷和文人的推崇。焚香静心，焚点檀香，陶冶心境。诗人黄庭坚在《香知识得》一文中指出，香能除去污秽，清净身心。点茶、焚香、插花、挂画，作为宋人生活四艺，备受推崇。文烹龙团，用文火烘烤饼茶。龙团是宋代闽北重要贡茶。旧岁圆月，用茶臼捶碎饼茶。时来运转，用茶磨将饼茶碾成细粉。茶磨古人雅称时转运。古诗云：转时盈盈海风起，落处纷纷春雪飞。圆体外通常不碍，真心中立动无为。从事服茶，用茶轴扫集茶粉。茶轴古人雅称宗从事，扫云稀有，是扫集茶粉的专用工具。疏密罗茶，用茶罗筛取茶粉。茶罗古人又称罗疏密，是筛茶的专用工具。驱尘入宫，将筛好的茶粉装入茶盒。饼茶碾细的茶粉雅称曲尘、香尘、玉尘，是点茶的专用原料。古诗云：碾边飞絮卷玉尘，磨下落珠散金缕。 灵泉听涛，即煮水。宋人煮水靠声音变水温，2沸至3沸最为适宜。茶筅木林，用沸水冲淋茶筅。茶筅是点茶的专用工具，雅称雪涛公子。此君一节萤无暇，夜听松声树欲滑。万缕引风归谢眼，半屏飞雪起龙牙。兔鸥出浴，用沸水烫淋茶盏。茶瓶又称汤瓶、水柱，是点茶的专用工具。古诗云：“龙背中春尽卤茶，金瓶汤活月鸥花。”溶胶初结，将茶粉加水调成膏状，古人称溶胶。周回一线，还掌州注水，事不欲猛，即注即止。茶筅击服，用茶筅击服茶汤，手轻显重，指绕万转，上下透彻。古诗云：“香凝翠发云生角，诗满苍然浪卷花。到手纤毫皆尽力，多因不负玉川家。”持瓯献茶，将茶盏放入盏托，献给来宾。
All right, please give a warm applause. So next, please welcome a speech by Director of International Cooperation and Exchange Center from Nanchang Normal University, Mr. Song Nanchang. Time and place is yours.
Distinguished Dr. Yayu Indrawati, Distinguished Dr. Ahmed Sandra, Professor Hao Xuanguang, Professor Liu Yufeng, and Professor Yang Yukui. Dear teachers and students, good afternoon. I'm Song Nanchang from International Cooperation and Exchange Center of Nanchang Normal University. I'm very glad to have this precious opportunity to meet the leaders and friends from Udayana University online. First of all, on behalf of Nanchang Normal University, please allow me to express our sincerest gratitude to Dr. Yayu Indrawati, Dr. Sandra, and Professor Hao Xuanguang. Thank you all for your greatest support, care, and help for the cooperation and exchange between the two universities. Nanchang Normal University has always attached great importance to cooperation with the Udayana University. Since the beginning of the cooperation in 2017, the two universities have made satisfactory achievements in many aspects, such as teacher and student exchange visits, academic and cultural exchange, photo exhibitions, exchange programs, forgoing a deep friendship. In particular, at the end of 2019, our university successfully collaborated with the Udayana University and the Nanchang University to establish the TCI. Since the TCI started classes, more and more students have signed up to learn Chinese. And Chinese language teaching and various cultural activities have been welcomed and praised by the students. In the future, while building and developing the TCI, we also hope to carry out deeper exchange and cooperation with you in more fields, such as scientific research, academia, culture, and teacher-student exchange. Today's academic exchange conference is a good opportunity and a very good beginning. Once again, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all of you for your support, care, and help. May the friendship between our two universities last forever. After the academic situation improves, we sincerely invite you to visit our university for guidance, exchange, and visit. At last, I wish you good health and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Song Nanchang, for the very amazing speech. Well, hello, good afternoon, Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University and Nanchang Normal University. Good afternoon, everyone. 大家下午好. Kok kecil suaranya? 大家下午好. Okay, thank you. So, before that, may I have the most energetic applause for our event today? Boleh beri tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk acara kita hari ini? Okay, so I'm Jun as today master ceremony. So for today's seminar, there will be 2 sessions, and in the end of each session, there will be a discussion. So for participants who have questions, please keep your question until discussion. And for participants who are active, there will be a reward and also a door prize that will be given in the end of the ceremony. Okay, semangat? Sudah siap untuk masuk ke event kita hari ini? Oke, jargon dulu dong. Fakultas Pariwisata? Fakultas Pariwisata? Lebih semangat lagi. Fakultas Pariwisata? Thank you. So we have reached the main event of today. Before that, the rest of ceremony will be hosted by our moderator, flight directly from China. Actually, he's been about 1 month in Bali. And I think the participant in Udayana University usually see him on the screen on our past event. Kira-kira ada yang tahu tidak siapa? Okay, nobody knows. So let's welcome our moderator today, Professor Tao Xianguang. Please give a warm applause.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the distinguished guests. Selamat sore. Waalaikumsalam. Okay, yeah. So first of all, I'd like to speak Mandarin, Bahasa Mandarin. And from Bali, the beautiful Bali. and send the best regards to China, to Nanchang Normal University 70th anniversary. First of all, let's give the warm clap to congratulation our Nanchang Normal University 70th anniversary. 刚刚一个小插曲啊，宋主任，这边的这个特殊情况是这样的，把你放在最后，是最高的领导啊，所以我想刚刚这个我们这个小姑娘在讲的时候有点激动啊，有没有跟我们打个招呼？好，没事，我们这个宋主任讲的非常好啊，压轴戏吧啊，今天呢非常的高兴，也非常开心。我们远在遥远的巴黎，可以说是千里万里之外，为我们南昌师范学院70年的华诞送上一次特别的国际讲坛活动。那么我们觉得呢，这是一场非常有益的活动，为我们南昌师范学院10月29号的70年华诞，可以说提前献上一份厚礼。在此呢，我代表我们4位专家，向我们南昌师范学院问一声节日快乐，祝贺我们南昌师范学院在王书记、张校长的领导下办得越来越好，越来越辉煌。后面有鼓掌的吧 ？OK, just now I sent the very important message to Nanchang Normal University and wish our Nanchang Normal University in the future and good future and prosperity. Now let's warm claps to the Nanchang Normal University anniversary again. Okay, happy birthday. 今天呢是一个非常特别的时间，我们南昌师范学院和到我们合作学校乌达亚那大学旅游孔子学院，还有我们乌达亚那大学旅游学院联合举办这次国际研讨会。我们邀请了4位专家，4位专家来自2个大学，2位专家是来自我们南昌师范学院，2位专家是来自我们乌达亚那大学旅游学院和我们乌达亚那大学旅游孔子学院。那首先我介绍我们的第一位专家。Okay, first of all, I'd like to introduce the first expert. Now, Dr. Yayu Indrawadi. We call this a beautiful thing. 呀，这是我们的美女院长。第二个介绍我们的外方院长，我的好搭档。The second one, I will introduce my colleague, and Dr. Sandra, the director, Indonesia director of TCI. Now let's give the warm to him. 接下来我要面对屏幕，面对我们祖国，面对我们老家江西南昌，介绍我们2位专家。一个是 Okay, I will face to the north and introduce my experts, the Professor Liang Yikui. The first one. Okay. The second one, Dr. Zheng Xianli. Okay, the second one. And today, the 4 experts will give 4 topics. But you can look at, this is under the new normal, the tourist market and of challenge, opportunity, and recovery. This is a very good topic. So it's close to the current situation in tourism. But as far as we know, but during the COVID-19, our tourism industry is coming down. No tourists, no people to come here. So because this is big problem, but it doesn't matter. The COVID-19 maybe will disappear, not longer. So we hope through this international seminar, we can find good way and how to face challenge, how face the opportunities, and how to recover the tourism in our beautiful Bali. Okay, first of all, we'll introduce my colleague, and Dr. Zheng Xianli, and give us the unique scenery of Jiangxi. So warm welcome. Yeah, please. 曾博士，听到吗？啊，好的 ，OK。Unique scenery of Jiangxi. This is my hometown. Now look, it's very beautiful.
各位印度尼西亚雅纳大学的导师、同学们，我是来自中国江西南昌师范学院旅游与经济管理学院的杨玉培，很荣幸能在这里和大家分享和交流，希望我们能够以此为契机，将来能进一步加强两校间的沟通与合作。
Good afternoon, dear professors and students from Udayana University. I'm Liang Yikui from School of Tourism and Economic Management of Nanchang Normal University. It's my honor here to share the unique scenery of Jiangxi to you. I hope we can take this opportunity to further cooperation between two universities in the future.
近3年，全球经济受到了新冠疫情的重大冲击，我们旅游业首当其冲。在我们中国旅游界有一句话这么说的：能坚持下来的都是英雄。疫情常态化，经济下行，压力加大，消费失速，旅游产业的恢复依然任重而道远。在世界人民的共同努力下，我们对战胜新冠疫情充满了信心，并且逐渐取得越来越好的成绩。到目前，中国是世界上最安全的国家。所以今天想借这个机会和大家一起来分享中国江西的美食美景。期待有一天，我们雅纳大学的老师同学们能够踏上我们这片美丽的地进行学习、生活和旅游。
In the past 3 years, the global economy has been greatly impacted by the COVID-19, and our tourism industry bears the brunt. In China's tourism industry, there is a saying that those who can persist are heroes. With the normalization of epidemic situation, economic downturn, increased pressure, and consumption stalling, the recovery of tourism industry still has a long way to go. However, with the joint efforts of the people of the world, we are full of confidence in the fight against the COVID-19 epidemic and have gradually achieved better results. So far, China is one of the safest countries in the world. So today, I would like to take this opportunity to share with you the unique scenery of Jiangxi. I look forward to the day that professors and students from Udayana University can step on our beautiful land to study, live, and travel here.
下面我分3个部分开始我今天的分享。第一是江西的概况，第二是江西的美丽风景，第三是江西的特色美食。江西因我们境内主要的河流赣江而得名简称为赣，总面积166900平方公里，人口4500，地是7.4万，由11个地级市组成，省会在南昌市，就是咱们学校所在的城市。那么古代的时候，江西属于移民之地，所以方言比较多，主要听习的是赣语、吴语、客家话、闽南话。自古以来，物产富饶，人文荟萃，素有物华天宝、人杰地灵之誉，名胜古迹众多。 庐山、滕王阁、三七山、婺源、龙虎山等闻名海内外。
Let me begin my sharing today in 3 parts. The first part is the general situation of Jiangxi. The second is the beautiful scenery, and the third is the special food. Jiangxi was called Gan for short because the main river here in Jiangxi, Ganjiang River, with a total area of 166,900 square kilometers and a population of about 45 million by the end of 2021. It is composed of 11 prefecture-level cities and provisional capital of Nanchang. In ancient times, Jiangxi was a place of immigrants, so there were many dialects, mainly including Gan, Hakka, Minnan, and Mandarin. Since ancient times, it has been rich in natural resources and rich in people. It is known as a treasure of nature and outstanding people. There are many cultural relics and scenic sites, such as Lushan Mountain, Tengwang Pavilion, Sanqing Mountain, etc. They are famous at home and abroad.
具体表现在第一，江西的生态环境全国一流。江西有着一流的生态环境，全境被我们国家列为了首批生态文明先行示范区。江西有着非常丰富的动植物资源，有高等植物5000多种，约占全国的17%，有野生脊椎动物800多种。占全国同类动物种类的21%，森林覆盖率高达63.1%，那么是中国最绿的省之一。
Jiangxi has a first-class ecological environment, and the whole territory is listed as the first batch of ecological civilization demonstration areas. Jiangxi is rich in animal and plant resources, with 5,112 species of higher plants, accounting for about 17% of the country. There are 845 kinds of wild vertebrates, accounting for 21% of China. The forest coverage rate is 63.1%, which is one of the greenest provinces in China.
我们江西的鄱阳湖是中国的第1大淡水湖，面积达到了4125平方公里。是白鹤的世界，水鸟的天堂。鄱阳湖的候鸟已经达到了300多种，有近百万只，其中珍禽类的有50多种，已经是世界上最大的鸟类保护区。世界上现有白鹤大概4000多只，有90%都在咱们鄱阳湖跃动。这是我们鄱阳湖美景的。
This is a picture of our Poyang Lake. Poyang Lake is the largest freshwater lake in China, with an area of 4,125 square kilometers. It is world of white cranes and the paradise of water birds. There are more than 300 kinds of migratory birds in Poyang Lake, nearly 1 million of them, including more than 50 kinds of rare birds. It has become the largest birds reserve in the world. There are about 4,000 white cranes in the world. 90% of them overwinter in Poyang Lake.
江西省境内江河湖泊星罗棋布，那么有大小湖泊有400多个，河流2400多条，人均用水量达到4100多立方。主要河流湖泊水质优良，城市集中饮用水源地水质达标率达到了100%。中国香港的水源也来自于江西。
Jiangxi province is dotted with rivers and lakes. There are more than 400 natural lakes, more than 2,400 rivers. The water quality of major rivers and lakes is excellent. Hong Kong's water source comes from Jiangxi as well.
江西还有甘甜的空气，在每立方厘米空气中负氧离子含量年平均达到1070个，超过世卫组织规定的清洁空气的标准。在我们江西的同地杨岭国家森林公园，它的负氧离子最高含量达到了19.2万个，被吉尼斯认定为世界上空气 负离子浓度是最高的风景园区。
Jiangxi also has sweet air. In each cubic centimeter of air, the annual average content of negative oxygen ions reaches 1,070, exceeding the clean air standard set by the World Health Organization. Chongyi Yangli National Forest Park of Jiangxi has the highest concentration of negative oxygen ions of 192,000, which is recognized by Guinness as a scenic site with the highest concentration of negative air ions in the world.
第二，江西的历史非常的悠久，人文鼎盛。早在1万多年前的新石器时代晚期，江西万年这个地方就有了人工水稻栽培的这么一个活动痕迹。那么，开启了人类农耕文明。在商周时期，新干大洋洲大量使用了这个青铜礼器啊，当时说明当时江西就有了不逊于中原的青铜文明。那么，在1800年前啊，江西已经成为了我们国家的粮食基地。
Jiangxi has a long history. 10,000 years ago, Jiangxi ancestors of Wanyan Xianren Cave transformed wild grains into artificial rich cultivation, opening the agricultural civilization of mankind. 1,800 years ago, Jiangxi has gradually become a national food base.
这就是江西万年的仙人洞，
And
在里面发现了这个人工水稻栽培的化石。
this is a picture shows Wanyan Xianren Cave.
江西还有10国的
Constitution number 26, year 2007, concerning spatial planning and government. Declaration number 28, year 2008, concerning national spatial planning. Also, the national midterm development bekerjasama plan from 2015 to 2019 regarding the development of science and technology. Also, believe that we are energized the agricultural farm, modern, but companies believe agility or the ability to shift according to times. This can be seen in the implementation of technology, the design form, and the adaptive view of expected building. The hub means that the agricultural farm area functions as hub for agricultural activities.
这个有点小插曲。那么江西啊，素有“直国民族”之誉。景德镇这座城市啊，赢得了十都的这个桂冠。景德镇直译啊，以白如玉、明如镜、薄如纸、深如磬，北征四海，传播世界。世界认识中国就是从那开始，世界认识全的就是从我们江西的景德镇开始。那么这个是我们景德镇陶瓷匠人的工作的场景。
Jiangxi is known as the pearl of the porcelain country. Jingdezhen city won the title of the capital porcelain because of 1,000 years of wood killing fire. Jingdezhen porcelain art is famous all over the world for its white as jade, bright as mirror, thin as paper, and loud as music. The world knows China from China, and the world knows China from Jingdezhen city. And this picture shows people in Jingdezhen is doing the porcelain art.
海关侯园是中国迄今发现的保存最好、结构最完整、功能布局最清晰、拥有最完备地质体系的西汉的裂痕论。那么距今有2081年。
Haihuan Marcus Cemetery is the best preserved, the most complete structure, the clearest function layout, and the most complete sacrificial system of Western Han Dynasty Marcus tomb found so far in China. It is 81 years ago.
这个地方就位于我们江西的省会南昌。接下来，我来进行我的第二部分，这个江西绝美风景的分享。那么江西的这个绿色山水资源形成了独特第二的一个景区。那么有四大名山，有最美的乡村婺源，有庐山西海，有桂峰，还有云中草原、武功山、岳阳之都、岳山等等。下面我就来介绍几个我们江西独有的世界级的景区。
Next, I'd like to share my second part of Jiangxi unique scenery. Jiangxi green landscape resources have formed a unique tourist attraction, including 4 famous mountains, the most beautiful countryside, Wuyuan, Lushan, Xihai, Guifeng, etc. There are also mountains and waters such as Wugong Mountain, etc. Let me introduce some world-class scenic sites which are unique in Jiangxi to you.
庐山天下优。其实庐山不只有瀑布，还有奇峰、云海和幸福，这就是我们庐山的美景所取出来的3张照片。
Lushan Mountain has been called one of the most beautiful places in the world. In fact, there are not only waterfalls, but also strange peaks, sea of clouds, and silent lakes. The pictures shows Lushan Mountain here.
三清天下秀，它是世界自然遗产和世界地质公园。它的美用中国的话来概括就是天风竞秀，万壑奔流，云树茂盛，真情之姿。
Nanchang Mountain is a World Natural Heritage and a World Geological Park. And its beauty in Chinese words is thousands of peaks competing for beauty, thousands of valleys surrounding, ancient trees of flourishing, and rare birds inhabiting.
龙虎山龙虎天象诀，它是世界自然遗产是世界地质公园它是国家自然文化双遗址地。那么它在中国的道教史上有着显赫的主题地位。那么对中国道教发展所做的贡献被人公认为道教的第一宗，在世界宗教史上也有着重要的地位。
Mount Dragon Tiger is unique in the world, which is China's 8th World Natural Heritage, World Geological Park, and a National Natural and Cultural Heritage Site. At the same time, it has a prominent ancestral status in the history of Chinese Taoism. It has big contribution to the development of Chinese Taoism and has been recognized as the first mountain of Taoism. Also has a very important position in the history of world religions.
这是我们江西的婺源，号称中国最美的乡村。它以游山花海徽派建筑、明清古宅和金秋红叶而闻名。江西的美景远不止以上给大家介绍的，还有很多，希望以后大家来慢慢体会。
This is Wuyuan of Jiangxi, called the most beautiful village in China. It is famous at home and abroad for its red flower sea, Anhui architecture, ancient houses in the Ming and Qing dynasties, and golden autumn reliefs. The beautiful scenery of Jiangxi is more far than what I introduced today. I hope you will enjoy them in the future.
接下来给大家介绍今天我要分享的第3个部分，江西的特色美食。那么江西的美食颜色重油浓，口感肥厚，喜好辣椒。江西的小吃面点多，制法各异，颇有特色。比如说，这是南昌的瓦罐汤，那么1000年的传承，是一个极具风味的地方特色小吃。三杯鸡， 它是我们江西赣州的一道名菜，肉香味浓，甜中带咸，咸中带鲜，口感柔韧啊，语感特别强，非常的美味。这是我们江西的活湖胖鱼头，鲜辣微酸，肥嫩鲜美，营养丰富。它来自于我们前面介绍的中国第一大淡水湖鄱阳湖。
Next, I would like to introduce the third part I want to share today, Jiangxi's special food. Jiangxi cruise is rich in color, fatty in taste, and likes pepper. Nanchang cruise emphasizes color matching and motoring, focusing on the original taste, especially the local products. Jiangxi snacks a lot of noodles with different preparation methods and characteristics. Jia soup is a delicious local food in Nanchang, which has been passed down for the thousands of years. Sunbait chicken is a famous food in Ganzhou of Jiangxi province, which with thick meat flavor, sweet, salty, and fresh, flexible taste, and a strong chewing sense. The fat fish head of pork gulai is hard, slightly sour, fat, tender, delicious in nutrition. It is our special food in Zhejiang, Jiangxi province.
和江西的美景一样，江西还有很多很多的美食，今天因为时间关系就不一一给大家展示了。最后再次诚恳的邀请，欢迎大家来江西做客，江西期待您的到来，谢谢大家。
Like the beautiful scenery of Jiangxi, there are many delicious food in Jiangxi. Because of time, I will not show them to you one by one today. Finally, we sincerely invite you and welcome you to Jiangxi again. Jiangxi looks forward to your arrival. Thank you.
OK， 刚刚我们梁教授把我们江西的山山水水、文化历史，还有我们的美食都介绍给了我们大家啊。Okay, just now Professor Liang gave me the outline and the complete introduction of our Jiangxi province and talk about culture and talk about the history and talk about the mountain, lake, and the river, and also talk about the food. So come to Jiangxi. We have a very delicious food. We have a very good environment and scenic spot for you to visit and to travel. OK， 谢谢我们的梁教授啊，给了我们一个精彩的这个讲演，谢谢大家，谢谢你啊。Now let's give the warm and clap to the Professor Liang. And next one, so let's warm welcome to our distinguished and the wise team, Yayu Indala Wadi. So welcome. And the topic is the Chinese 新常态下旅游市场的区域挑战与复苏。Now this is Chinese. Okay, let's listen to your team to give us nice topic. Now please.
Baik, good afternoon, selamat sore to every one of you. Right, Professor Tao, perhaps before I start my presentations, I would like to share stories, a little short stories about today's event. Yeah? So a couple of months ago, I actually had a discussions with the friends of mine regarding how we should, conduct or how we should develop tourism in the futures after this pandemic situations. And then, interestingly, about a week ago, Dr. Sandra and also Dr. Ngurah came to me, and then they were asking me about what about if they invited me as one of the speakers in this wonderful, and then without doubt, I was responding, and then I said, okay, yes. And today, here I am, standing next to you, and I'm going to present about the opportunities and also the challenge of tourism's recovery after pandemic. And, right, so, oh my goodness, cannot.
There is a translation Mandarin. Ada? Yeah, I sent to Mother. Okay, did you the Mandarin? Yeah. 刚刚我们这个亚佑院长啊，就是先用英语解释了一下，因为前段时间有朋友跟他讲，在我们疫情之后，我们如何来面对后续这个挑战。后续的这个机遇，还有我们怎么复苏啊？那么当时我们的山德拉博士在邀请他的时候，他就在思考这个问题。那么刚刚呢，叫我先把前面的给大家解释一下。那么他的这个英语的这个演讲啊，我们的方杰老师已经翻成了中文，现在我们把它这个翻成中文，看我们中文的 PPT。他呢来讲英文啊，所以我们同学呢在看 PPT 的时候就是可以更理解一些。Okay, we asked them to give the Chinese version. Yeah, so maybe you can speak as you like.
All right. So they will.
Okay, you can speak English.
No.
Students in China can watch.
So either way, I can take my phones and then just have a look at from my phone. Is that okay?
Okay, you can. Okay, yeah.
Sure. Sorry for the troubles. Okay, so today's presentation is going to take a topic about recovery of the tourism market under the new normal situations. Slide, please. Thank you. So before I start, perhaps I would like to share information that these presentations will consist of 6 sections. The first one is about tourism's policy overview. And then the second one is about the tourism's trends. And the third one is about the tourist profile, which come to Indonesia during the COVID-19 situations. And the third one is about what we can infer from those current situations, what are the opportunities, and to be exactly what are the challenges that we are going to face with these situations. And last but not least, we are going also to talk about what sort of strategies that we are going to implement with the situations. Okay, next. Right, so the pandemic hit globally, as we know that it happens around the world. And then each government has their own regulations, has their own plan, has their own strategy to recover from these situations. And if we are talking specifically about Indonesia, So Indonesia has their own, Indonesian government has their own plan how to recover from these situations. And Pemulihan Ekonomi Nasional, or in English we call it National Economic Recovery in 2022, has allocated around 31 trillion US dollar. And this big amount of money are allocated for first one is how to recover from the health situations. And the second one, it is allocated to social protections. And the third one for the economic resiliencies. And each of these major programs has their own allocations. For example, for the health program, we allocated 8.5 trillion. So we allocate 8.5 trillion US dollar for the health, this including the vaccinations program, and also it's including with the incentive for the health workers, and also incentive for COVID-19 mitigations. And the second allocations, which goes to social protections, it allocated around 10.7 trillion US dollars, and it mainly goes for family protections, food resiliencies, and also pre-employment training. And it also consists of a village stimuli and other social incentives. And we also know that, that around 12.4 trillion US dollars is also allocated for the economic resiliencies. It's, for example, for labor incentive, food resiliency, digital transitions, and medium and small enterprises, and also allocated for tourism and creative economy. If we are talking specifically in the area of tourism and also creative economy, the government itself has allocated around 318 million US dollar to specifically to help the tourism and economic creative sectors to recover. And those activities cover with micro digital training and also provide free training and also a training for clean health and safety environment sustainability, because we know that clean safety and also environment sustainability is become a very hot issues during the COVID-19. Therefore, the government provide huge amount of money for tourism organizations, for example, hotels, restaurants, travel agents, airlines, to do this program with free, no charge. And this including training and also provide certifications for the tourism organizations. And also other various stimuli, and also for stimuli for micro and also small, medium enterprises, and also the tourism villages. Right, so I'll just skip this one. Okay, so based on those current situations, so what's happening now? We all know that before the pandemic, people do tourism activities mainly because they want to escape from their daily routines. But after the pandemic hit us, it seems that there is a changes in the way people do tourism. People try to combine their leisure activities with business activities or their work activities, and that's why we know it as a be-leisure travel. You can probably recall some of the programs that been implemented, that been introduced by our governments through work from Bali or work from anywhere. So it's a kind of changes happen, And then people try to combine the work and also the leisure activities at the same time. And the pandemic also changed in the way we do tourism activities. For example, previously, we usually go to travel agents to book our holiday package or whatever. But after the pandemic, the use of mobile applications is widely popular. A lot of people download this kind of applications. And then because what? Because they tend to do a less contact with other people. So that's why they feel it more comfortable if they just do the booking from their own home without needing to meet other people and do the bookings. And the third one, what sort of trends that happening right now? Again, if we compare it to previous tourism activities before the pandemic, people tend to travel with a crowd and lots of group of people. But now after the pandemic, because we need to stop the spread of the virus, so we tend to have more personalized service. It's more like one-on-one service. So those three kind of trends occur after the pandemic. And the fourth trends that happening right now is the tourists now is more aware of the sustainable tourism. They tend to avoid the crowd destinations they have the new preferences to go to the places, to destinations which is less crowd. And, you know, during the pandemic, everywhere is locked down. Every country closed their borders, and people were forced to stay at home and cannot go anywhere. Those kind of situations, can you imagine, for almost 2 years, people cannot go anywhere. And definitely, this kind of situations create the stress, create fatigue, because people cannot do any activities and they were forced to stay at home. So this kind of situations, interestingly, create a new trends within tourism activities. People now tend to be aware of the important how to maintain the balance, how to balance their soul, their body, their minds. Therefore, a lot of wellness activities are over by tourism organizations nowadays. And last one is staycations. Because, as I mentioned before, that the restrictions has pushed us to stay at home. And then we cannot go further from our place of stay. And therefore, we tend to go to do tourist activities not far from the place we live. So therefore, staycations is really become a trend during the pandemic situations. Right, so based on that current trend, how would we see those as an opportunity to develop, to create, to design our tourism in the futures? Well, if we look back again, the international tourism's arrival during 2022 and 2021, you can see here how the major decline happened because of the COVID-19. It is not only affected the number of tourist arrival that come to every countries, but it also automatically impact the income of international tourists. And if we look at the current situations in Bali, so Bali international tourist arrival, based on the data from September 2022, we can see here you can see on the list that there are 20 countries that contribute a number of tourists who come to Bali. The first one still dominated by the Australian tourists, probably because it's very close from us in Bali. And we can see here China, I think China tourist has the positions on the 17th rank, probably due to there are still some restrictions in the mainland, yeah, so they cannot go anywhere, so that's why the number is still low. We can see here, if you can see the percentage here is about 1.1% from the total number. Right, so for those who wants to travel to Indonesia and particularly to Bali, so because of the situations is still changing and then there is no rigid rules and regulations. It's all depend on the situations, on the current situations. But from the data, from informations that the latest travel regulations to enter Bali as the 31 of August 2022, and the last one, it was updated on May 2022. So the traveler who come from outside Indonesia regions, they don't have to do the quarantine again. And there is also rules and regulations that they don't have to do the PCR test. So you can just come to Bali and then spend a holiday here. Because of the relaxations that given by the government, it will help to increase the number of visitors who come to Bali. Right, so during the pandemic, actually, we are in tourism's faculty conducted like a small research in relations with who are people who come to Bali during the pandemic. And this was conducted by a research team in tourism's faculty. And there are some results that occur by this research. Actually, during the pandemic situations, we still receive a number of tourists who come to Bali, but they are the domestic tourists and also foreign tourists who happens to stay at Bali, in Bali. And based on the tourist profile of these staycationers who come to Bali on 2021, mainly their profile work as the entrepreneurs, about 38%, yeah? And then also from the educational background, most of them are the graduated from the university. And also, if we'll see the character of the respondents, they were coming from outside Bali. 70% of the visitors come from Bali, while 20% is the persons who do staycations in Bali. And around 30% and also 25% mostly prefer to stay at hotel and also villa. And interestingly, what they tend to do during the staycations, well, they went to outdoor, they tend to do a lot of outdoor activities. For example, they go to the mountains, they do a lot of campings, glampings, sort of stuff. And you can see here, quite a number of percentage, about 91.8%, they do outdoor activity instead of visiting the common tourist destinations. And still, if we look at the age here, around 75% is young generations who come to Bali during the pandemic. Right, from those tourist profile, what are the challenges that we are going to face during the tourism's recovery? So we still, at the moment, yeah, we still facing disruptions of global supply chains. We see now how the war between Ukraine and also Russia still impact, the global supply chain. And also we're still facing the increasing risk related to the climate change, and other challenges that perhaps we see right now is the inequality on vulnerable groups and also countries. Before the pandemic, the marginalized one, people with disability, and then tourists, senior tourists, still are facing challenges to do their tourism activities. Now, can you imagine after the pandemic, the problems become double? The problems become double. They still cannot do tourism activities freely. And that's, of course, become the challenge on how we can recover for our tourist market. And also the fourth one, price instability and the inflations, and also unbalanced restrictions of international mobility. We still see in some of the countries in lockdown, still put strict regulations for their citizens. And that's why there are still some countries, some citizens which cannot go to other countries to do holidays. And based on that situations, so how would we design recovery programs? So there are 8 recovery strategies that perhaps we can implement based on the current situations. The first one, we need to maintain and keep promoting the domestic market, definitely, by creating various programs, work from Bali, giving discounts for people who stay for a certain period of time. And then the second one, perhaps we could increase, this is a must, I think. So increase safety and regain visitor trust. That's really important keywords. Regain visitor trust with the ultimate goal of restoring pre-pandemic arrivals and spending. The third one, increasing the attractiveness of tourism and cultural system by being innovative and also creative in creating and also design new tourism activities. Like what happens right now, Bali's government, we do a lot of restructurings, our infrastructures and also our tourism destinations everywhere. So those kind of activities we do at the moment as one of the recovery strategies that we can do during this time. And also promote new products and destinations which involve communities. If we involve communities, hopefully that the tourisms that we created can last longer and sustain more. And also we do renovations and innovation in infrastructures, products and services to increase the quality and sustainability of the over in line with the local specialties. And the sixth one, digital transformations to all tourism stakeholders to gain new tourism market, renew and attracting private sector investments, and support the development of influence of tourism startup. Well, I think that's all from me. If you have any questions, we can discuss it later. Thank you so much, Professor Tao.
Thank you very much for Ibu Ayu. Now give us very detailed information on how to face the challenge, how to face the opportunities, and to give me more strategical recovery. And also it's very important information. Although the COVID-19 and 2022, now Ibu Ayu listed the tourists. I think the top one is Australia, the second one United Kingdom, and the third one is India. Third one is India. Well, yeah, okay, also United States. Okay, so we are hope our Chinese tourists from China to Bali. So I think if the direct flight from China to Bali, we have more and more tourists from China. So we expect it. Okay, and many thanks. Ibu Yayu. And again, terima kasih. Yeah, the next item is question and answer.
Yes, the question and answer session. Baik, bagi teman-teman yang di sini, apakah ada yang ingin bertanya? Oh, there's a lot of question. Baik, boleh angkat tangan lagi? Dalam bahasa Inggris dan ditujukan kepada siapa ya nanti pertanyaannya?
Thank you for the opportunities. My name is Adi from Hotel Management Study Program, Udayana Tourism Faculty. I have one question to Mrs. Yayu Indrawati, PhD. We know in the economic situation in the global today and in the future also, it is in not good situation because of the inflation and many things. So when we talking about the tourism, it will maybe on the number 5, if there are 5 number of priority in the life like that. So how we make the strategy to attract the tourists doing tourism activity again in economic perspective? Thank you.
I think one by one.
My name is Yunida Elizabeth Nenggolan. I'm from the travel industry. To Ms. Yayu, as we know, COVID-19 has had a huge impact on all industries in Indonesia and even the world. Including the tourism industry, there are companies that apply the new technologies to build new organizational structure such as the internet, which allows the his business to expand their market and even manage their operation. To advance or develop their company or market, are there any motivating factors for a company to implement it? Thank you.
Can you repeat all your questions, please? And open your mouth so I can hear your voice clearly. Sorry.
Are there any motivating factors for a company to implement it? Yes.
Are there motivating factors for tourism organizations to what? Sorry.
Apakah ada faktor pendorong selain, saya transit ke bahasa Indonesia aja.
Oh, okay.
Seperti yang ketahui, COVID-19 ini sangat berdampak terhadap semua industri di Indonesia, bahkan dunia termasuk industri pariwisata. Ada perusahaan yang menerapkan teknologi baru untuk membangun struktur organisasi baru seperti internet yang memungkinkan bisnis tersebut dapat memperluas pasar mereka, bahkan mengelola operasi mereka. Yang menjadi pertanyaan saya yaitu, selain ingin memajukan atau mengembangkan perusahaan atau pasar mereka, apakah ada faktor pendorong suatu perusahaan menerapkan hal itu? Sekian, terima kasih.
Hello， 我们南昌方面有没有学生提问的 ？Yeah, any question from Nanchang Normal University？
有。
有没有？哪？方杰在吗？方杰在吗？好。
Hello everyone. I heard the presentation for the first time in your lecture today, which I'm very interested. So could you please explain more? Thank you.
你这样，那个方杰，你让学生用中文讲啊，这边信号不太好。我来翻啊。 你讲个中文。
贾瑞博士您好，我是南洋师范学院的一名学生，然后听到你在演讲中有一个词叫做居家度假，这个我非常感兴趣，可以请您展开讲讲吗？谢谢。
还是不太清楚，有点糊啊。那芳姐，你这样，你把那个打学生的问题简单的发给我，好吧？我等下翻给他们，可以吗，芳姐？这是
好的。
你把文字组织给我，我来给他们这个翻成英文吧啊。先让这个院长回答刚刚他们印尼方这边的问题。OK。Now it's not clear, so we ask them to send the message to me. So first of all, you can answer the two questions from your student. Okay.
Right. So thank you so much for the questions from siapa tadi? Adi. And also siapa tadi? Satunya lagi? What's your name? Sorry. Unida. Uni. So Adi and also Uni. Of course, if we are talking about tourism, we know that basically tourism, it's all related with business, right? It's related about how making money, definitely. That's the basic line of what we are doing the tourism business. Tourism organizations, that's what actually the baseline of why we are doing tourism business. And also, if we related with that questions from Uni and also from Adi, is there any motivating factor or pushing factors that why tourism organizations need to restructures like their infrastructures, restructures their business, their infrastructures to support their business organizations? Of course, in long terms, when we are talking about a business, we all want that this business it will sustain, not for short period of time, but we always intend that the business is last longer. And that's why lot of effort has been conducted to maintain this business occur, yeah? And it is also because the business in tourism, I mean business in general, and particularly when we are talking about business in tourism, is not always related with the owner of the business. But we have to remember there are several stakeholders that also reliance on the business itself, like the employees, the family of the employees. So that's why business need to start to sustain for the sake of not only for the business itself, but also for the greater part of the community, especially when the business involving the local communities. So the perspective, the business perspective is also including there, but also the main important thing is also about the local one, the local people who are reliant on the business itself. So that's why it is important for the entrepreneur in tourism sectors to think further, not only for their own company benefits, but it is also for the local societies. And Adi, tadi questions, sorry, I missed it.
Mungkin saya akan sampaikan dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Okay.
Melihat situasi global begitu ekonomi sedang tidak baik-baik saja, ketika para pelaku pariwisata memikirkan strategi untuk menarik wisatawan itu agar kembali berwisata, namun ekonomi sedang sulit, bagaimana cara mereka akan melakukan hal tersebut begitu. Jadi sehingga kan ketika kita bersiap-siap kemudian tidak ada yang datang untuk melakukan itu kan seperti sama saja tidak ada kegiatan pariwisata begitu. Terima kasih.
Right. So thank you so much, Adi, for repeating your questions. Perhaps we should bear in mind, yeah, there are various stages in the society. The richest one, the middle class, and then other stages in the society. I won't mention the other part. Again, when we are talking about business in tourism, like for example, what has been done by our government during the pandemic and up to now, the government encourage, various activities. One of the example you can see how they create a program, Work from Bali. As I mentioned before, it's a kind of combinations between business and also leisure at the same time. So if people don't have, what you call it, pendapatan lebih untuk berwisata, but when they go to Bali, for example, to do their business, at the same time, they can do leisure activities as well. So it's kind of like sorting the time, the money efficient. It also make the money become efficient because once you do the business or you do the work, you also have a time to do leisure activities. So that kind of programs, it's been created by the government. And also I think a lot of programs as well has been designed by the governments to keep encouraging people to come to Bali. And also, perhaps you have heard before that lots of discounted price over to the customers. And now people can easily stay in 5-star hotel with affordable price. I think that one of the activities or one of the programs that happen right now, so people from the middle class, from the middle income family can also enjoy their stay at the, let's say, the 5-star hotel like Molia or maybe in St. Regis. So that kind of programs, I think, will keep encouraging people to come because of the affordable of the price, and then also the situations because they have to work from Bali or from anywhere, not only from Bali, from anywhere in Indonesia. So I think that will help to increase or to recover slowly tourism in Indonesia and also in Bali. I think that's from me, Adi and Juni. Yes. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, this is the last question from Nanchang Normal University in China. So the student gave me the one question. She said she is very interested in your presentation. And there is a word, staycation. So is interested in that. Could you explain this? Staycation. Yeah, maybe means stay at home. We can go
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Right, interesting questions, Professor Tao. And what's the name of the student? Sorry?
But you didn't get the name.
Okay.
OK，方杰，你可以把这个学生名字告诉他啊，他很开心有提这个问题啊。
Okay. So this is interesting questions. The trend of staycations, I think in every crisis, there is always a change.
刘思敏 ，Miss Liu， 刘思敏 ，OK。
Liu Sumi.
Yeah, the student.
Okay. Hi, Liu Sumi. So I would like to answer your questions, and Professor Tao will help me to translate it into Mandarin. The staycations, the trend of staycations it's a new form of the way people do their tourist activities. So the staycations itself has was starting from the USA. So at that time, if I'm not mistaken, about the time when America had a crisis, the economic crisis, particularly because the gasoline price increasing, I think because of the Gulf War at that time. So the citizens of America were trying to do leisure activities within their own regions. And that's very interesting because tourism is not a fixed concept. It's a very dynamic. And in every crisis, there is always a new form of tourism. And one of the examples is the staycations itself. Like what happened nowadays in Bali, when the travel restrictions occur and people cannot go anywhere from their inhabitants, from the place they live, people tend to do tourist activities within their regions. So for example, Mr. Professor Tao, I do staycations and then I visit Nusa Dua and then I stay there. That's for a certain period of time, let's say for 1 or 2 days. It's a short holidays. And also people come from outside Bali, they also come to do staycations. And it's a kind of like a form of activities which they can enjoy in a short period of time. And that's become a very popular trend nowadays because a lot of hotels offer discounted price. And then, as I mentioned to Adi just now, that people from the middle class family can enjoy, can also visit, 5-star hotel. So they tend to do those kind of activities during the pandemic because they just feel, okay, this is enough. I stay at home enough. I want to do a short staycation or short holiday, and then they do it by, those activities, what we call it as a staycations. And this has become so popular nowadays. And it's not only that they go to the 5-star hotel, but based on the trend also, they visit the, the outdoor area, like camping. And now also we have a very popular activities called glamping activities. It's a new form of camping with more glamorous environment. We still can have internet connections in the glamping area. So it's a more modern form of camping with, with various service that we can also enjoy during our camping. It's different form of the old camping form. So those kind of activities now happens in Bali and also in Indonesia, the staycations. And if it is revert to the definitions of staycations, so people can only call as a staycationer if they go from the main, from the place they live to a certain place, which is not far from 80 kilometers. But I think that's a bit rigid, and now it's more, it's a more flexible one. So even though if you go further than 80 kilometers, but you still can be called as a staycationer. So yeah.
Okay, it's very good. So this is a new and a fresh, popular, and the traveling style.
Yeah.
So I hope now through this presentation, we'll know more the new style in traveling, and we know, and after COVID-19, how to face the challenger and how to face opportunity to make our Bali tourism and the prosperity, the booming. Okay, many thanks, Ibu Yayu, and again, the warm clap, okay? And next agenda, so we can invite Pamade to give the certificate for these two experts. Many thanks the two experts, and give us the wonderful and fantastic presentation. Okay, come in.
Right, to show our gratitude, our committee have prepared a plaque of
我们南昌
appreciation.
这边也要给我们梁教授啊，梁教授发这个证书啊，这个证书很漂亮啊。来 ，OK， 那 in Nanchang Normal University also is the same the same time。现在可以开始吗？好，我们一起开始颁发荣誉证书啊。OK，let's start。
The first plaque of appreciation will be given to
那个南昌
Mr.
那边我们也 OK 也拿出这个证书啊，面对我们镜头，两边同时拍照。OK，this is for Professor 梁一奎。OK，Congratulations， 祝贺啊！谢谢梁教授今天下午的精彩演讲啊，我们用热烈掌声谢谢你了。OK，Thank you，Yeah，Thank you，Yeah。Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, take picture.
Please give a warm applause to our speaker and also moderator today.
好，谢谢各位啊。Okay, many thanks to all the students. You can stay here for longer, and later on we can come to the next seminar. So we will invite two experts. One from Nanchang Normal University, the Dr. Zheng Xianli, and the second, warm, clap, yeah. The second one is your dean, is the Indonesia director, Dr. Sandra. Yeah. And first of all, for Sandra, yeah. Now the topic you know, I give you the Chinese. 中英于外交关系下的旅游外交啊。This is a very special topic. I can give you the English translation. Now, diplomacy, tourism based on culture, diplomatic relationship between China and Indonesia. Okay, warm welcome. Now, please.
First of all, thank you very much for the moderator, Prof. Tao Xian Kwang. And ladies and gentlemen, let me to convey my PowerPoints, and my PowerPoint is based on my doctorate research at Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University. Okay, tourist China is so very important to be discussed in this meeting, since you know that after COVID-19, the tourist China coming to Bali might be the smallest. Yeah, why? Because until now, the government of China, People's Republic of China, still or doesn't open their border. So that now I would like to talk about the Chinese tourists in Bali before COVID-19, and then what is the best experience that we can take, the opportunity to make evaluation of the Chinese tourists when coming to Indonesia or coming to Bali, as well as we know that Chinese tourists in Bali, even though the biggest number, but there was a lot of issues, lot of problem. What is the issues? What is the problem? The first is Bali sold cheapest, or Bali dijual murah. And the second one is monkey business, or jual beli kepala. And the third issues problem is to travel agent China by using the symbol of the Indonesian state that we call burung Garuda, yeah, as the symbol to guarantee the original product of souvenir that sold by the souvenir shop in Bali who engaged collaboration between the Sino-local Indonesian and the company, tourism company in China. So that in the new normal COVID-19 or post-COVID-19, we have to take good advantage from this evaluation, how we can prevent, how make prevention in order the issues before COVID-19 regarding the Chinese tourists, the issues, the problem of Chinese tourists doesn't occur. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the background why Chinese tourists is so important to be discussed. Based on the data, yeah, from 2013 until 2016, the Chinese tourists still to become the number second after the tourist Australian. But from 2017 until 2018, the Chinese tourists to become number one. But 2019, the Chinese tourists to become number second due to the problem that I had mentioned to all of you. So that we have to make some question, yeah, based on the condition of Chinese tourists in Bali. Yeah. Before COVID-19, the Chinese tourists influx, yeah, the biggest coming to Bali. And all of the audience, yeah, all of you want to know about what is the pull factor of Chinese tourists visiting Bali before COVID-19, and what was the existing condition of Chinese tourist market in Bali before COVID-19, and what kind of management concept of Chinese tourist market in the post-COVID-19. And to solve this problem, I use the three concepts and theory. The first is the tourism system model by Lefer, and the second is the broad context model or BCM from Weaver 2000 with the variable of visit intensity level and the regulation governing the intensity of visit. And the third is commodification of the past from Gigi Ashworth 1991. Ladies and gentlemen, the full factor of Chinese tourists visiting Bali based on the theory of tourism system model, we have to take into account that there is two regions that most important one before we discuss about the full factor. The first is the TGR that we call tourist generating region. And the second is TDR, tourist destination region. Our question is, what is the pull factor that belong to Bali so that a lot of Chinese tourists coming to Bali, visiting Bali? My answer based on my research is the first is Bali-China cultural acculturation. As well as you know that Bali has 2 millennium or 2,000 years ago, Bali and China or Indonesia and China had conducted the cultural collaboration between two countries. And we can see from the evidence in Bali, yeah, from cultural heritage, there are a lot of Chinese temple in Bali. And in some Chinese village in Bali, there are kampung pecinan, the village of China tourists in some village tourist destination in Bali. And also, until now, the local people in Bali who believe in Hindu religion still use coin or Chinese coin as the one of the most important artifact to conduct the Bali Hindu religion ceremony. It means that this artifact in China to the Chinese coin in China now to become the dead monument. But in Bali, we still use as the living monument. So that Bali is so prominent due to the living monument in culture and heritage. And the second is cultural diplomacy. You know that every year on July, June until July, our local government in Bali conduct the Bali Art Festival. And in the Bali Art Festival, there are 3 cities who are participated in this Bali Art Festival, such as the delegation from Yunnan province, the delegation from Hainan province, and we do hope that the delegation from Jiangxi province might be in the next year will also participate on the Bali Cultural Art Festival. And the third is educational diplomacy. As well as you know, why you are sitting here now due to the Udayana and 2 universities, famous universities in Jiangxi province, Nanchang University and Nanchang Normal University had a memorandum of understanding between Faculty of Tourism, Nanchang University, and Faculty of Tourism, Nanchang Normal University, and Faculty of Tourism, Udayana University. And also, based on the memorandum of understanding that has been signed by the former rector of Udayana University, that Udayana University has established the TCI, Tourism Confucius Institute at Udayana University. You know why? Tourism Confucius in Udayana using CI at Udayana University using the name of tourism. Yeah, since you know in Indonesia, until now there are 8 tourism, 8 Confucius in Indonesia, but Bali has the particularity using the tourism as the name of Confucius Institute in Bali, since Bali to become the famous and the most popular tourism destination of the Chinese tourists in China. And the third is diplomacy tourism. What is diplomacy tourism? Diplomacy tourism is diplomacy that established based on the culture, acculturation between 2 countries, between China and Indonesia, especially Bali. And also the government diplomacy. You know, I had explained to all of you that until now, the Bali province, your governor of Bali had signed the last signed memorandum of understanding between Jiangxi province and Bali province on May 2020. It's mean on the COVID-19. And also from 2013, the formerly governor of Bali had also signed memorandum of understanding with Yunnan province and Hainan province. And also the last is nature attraction. You know that the mainland Chinese tourists when coming to Bali, the most of them are interested in marine tourism, yeah, and also might be from the young generation, yeah, a lot of coming to Bali due to the natural attraction. Ladies and gentlemen, based on my research, 2019, there are 28 cities, yeah, or province coming to Bali, so that China tourists coming to Bali to become the highest, the second one. The most of them is coming from the first tier city. The first tier city is Shanghai and Beijing. The second tier city like Jiangxi, Fujian, Hunan, Guangdong, Heilongjiang, and so on. It means that the Chinese tourists coming to Bali not only the poor people, but also the rich people. But what is the problem of Chinese tourists coming to Bali? Based on my discussion with the formerly of Consul General of China in Bali, Mr. Kuo Haotong, he asked me, Mr. Sendra, please help me to make recovery, how to make recovery the bad image of Chinese tourists coming to Bali. And I answer, okay, Mr. Kuo Haotong, I will make special research about how to recover the image of Chinese tourists when coming to Bali before COVID-19. And this is my research that I convey to all of you now. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, there is two kinds of opportunity of tourist China coming to Bali. The first is mass tourism. Mass tourism before COVID-19 is the existing condition of Chinese tourists coming to Bali. And the quality of tourism is still to become the great mark question. And I call this is the opportunity, might be, for after COVID-19, after the government of China opened their own border. Until now, the government of China doesn't open their border. So that might be, ladies and gentlemen, you will find out some Chinese tourists coming to Bali, but most of them were not coming from mainland of China, but might be coming from Taiwanese, might be from Hong Kong, might be from Singapore. So that's why our seminar today with the Nanchang Normal University, I convey the information how to make suggestion to government of China, maybe before the summit meeting of G20 on 15 until 16 of November, maybe the China government will open their own border. Because our president of Indonesia, Mr. Joko Widodo, has had met with Mr. Xi Jinping, discussed before the G20. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the income, mass tourism coming to Bali is from 1,500 until 3,000 US dollar, and quality tourism, the disposable income from 3,000 until 5,000 US dollar. It means the quality tourism. And the mass tourism, most of them coming to Bali by using charter flight, such as Sriwijaya Air, Lion Air, and this is belong to Indonesian private airlines. And the quality tourism coming to Bali before COVID-19 by using China regular flight, such as China Airline, Xiamen Airline, China Southern Airline, China Eastern Airline, and Indonesian state airlines such as Garuda Indonesia Airways and also Citylink. And mass tourism is based on package tour, but the quality tourism is based on free independent traveler that we call FIT. And mass tourism, Chinese tourists coming to Bali, coming from tourist generating region from the second and the third tier cities in China. And the quality tourism from China coming to Bali was coming from tourist generated region that we call the first tier cities. And most Chinese tourists coming to Bali for pleasure, and quality tourism coming to Bali for special interest tourism that we call, based on the concept, SIT. Most of them coming to Bali because of the cultural acculturation between Bali and China. So that's why the most influx tourists coming to Bali, Chinese tourists coming to Bali, is on the Golden Week of China on February, the New Year's of Chinese people, and on October, the anniversary of the State of People Republic of China. And since tourist China coming to Bali before COVID-19 has emerged some problem, some issues, such as the use payment by using what we call, by using the China platform. And also the Chinese, the most of the travel agent in China, yeah, by collaboration with the Sino-Indonesian, open the small shop, and then after the Chinese tourists, yeah, the Chinese tourists coming to Bali, and then they will escort to the shop, and then force them to shopping at that time. So that the Chinese tourists coming to Bali emerged the antithesis response from the stakeholder in Bali. So that this is the issues, this is the problem. Even though Chinese tourists coming to Bali is the highest one, but the foreign exchange to our government is the smallest. That is the problem that we have to discuss, we have to discuss here. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the development stage of Chinese tourist market to Bali from 2008 until 2019, that we could divide it into 3 levels. The first level is from 2000 until 2007. Yeah, the characteristic of Chinese market coming to Bali from 2002 until 2007. The first is the stage of exploration of Bali by Chinese tourists. The second is there is no travel agent specifically for the Chinese market. And the number third is the numbers of visits in the tens of thousands. And the second level that we call DAT, Deliberate Alternative Tourism, from 2008 until 2012. The characteristic is the small scales, intensive, and positive response of travel agent in Bali. And the second is still merging the Chinese market with other tourism market. And the third is the numbers of visits in 100,000. And from 2013 until 2019, to emerge the most issues, the most problem with the Chinese market in Bali.
Pardon me, Mr. Imadesendra, your time remain is 2 minutes.
Okay. The characteristic at an international network of Chinese travel agent and tour operator controlling the market share in Bali. This is the problem for the future. And ladies and gentlemen, my conceptual of diplomacy tourism is the most important one for the after COVID-19. How to make not only Bali as the main tourist destination, but also for quality tourism that coming from the special interest tourism by using the cultural of Bali, the heritage of China and Bali as the tourist destination attraction. Thank you very much. 谢谢您。
Okay, thank you very much for Dr. Sandra. Yeah, and give us the very special academical presentation. And I speak Chinese and introduce a little bit to our Chinese students. 我们的外方院长把山德拉博士啊，他既是历史学博士，历史学专业，又是旅游专业，又是语言学家啊，他跨了好多部门。那么现在呢，刚刚他这个发言呢，讲得非常的精细，而且对这个印尼的中国的钱币非常有研究，对寺庙也很有研究，所以他刚刚给的我们这个数据啊，又有这个过去的、历史的，又有现代的，包括对于这个我们来巴黎旅游的这些海外游客、国际游客的这些数字的分析，包括增长非常精确。那作为旅游学院的，作为旅游孔子学院的外方院长，他更热切的希望我们中国游客早日到来，我们培训的这些学生能够早日发上用场。Okay, just now a brief introduction about our colleague, Dr. Sandra. So this presentation give us very detailed about the tourist tendency and the situation during the COVID-19 or after COVID-19. So this is it's very good data and the information for us to know. Now again, thank you, Sandra. 好，接下来我们有请我们的这个曾宪礼博士啊，你谈的这个题目啊，非常的特别啊，很有新意，关于我们的中国的文理产业，所以我们热烈欢迎啊，我们曾博士给我们讲授我们中国的文理产业。Okay, let's welcome to the Dr. Zheng. Give us the introduction of tourism and culture in China. Okay, let's warm welcome.
好的，我这边可以共享屏幕吗？现在
可以。
可以啊 ，OK， 可以看到吗？
可以。
可以。
我就直接说中文啊。
你可以说英文。
各位领导、老师、同学们，大家下午好！非常荣幸能够受邀参加乌达雅那大学与南昌师范学院国际学术研讨会，与各位一起探讨新常态下旅游市场的机遇、挑战和复苏。本次研讨会我的汇报的主题是述说文旅。等会儿呢，我会从3个方面：系列数据、系列政策和系列转变去进行阐述。不妥之处，敬请各位批评指正。
Good afternoon, dear professors and students. It is my great honor to be invited to participate in the International Academic Seminar of Udayana University and the Nanchang Normal University to discuss with you the opportunities, challenges, and recovery of the tourism market under the new normal. The theme of my report is Introduction of Cultural Tourism. Later, I will elaborate it from 3 aspects: data, policies, and some changes. I greatly look forward to your comments and opinions.
首先，我们来一组数据。10年来，我国的 A 级景区的数量从2012年的6042家，到2021年的14196家，足足增长了 将近8000家。然后其中作为我们中国旅游景区标杆的5A 级景区，也从147家增长到了2021年的318家，增长了116%。不难发现呢，我国 A 级景区这个数量是呈现了显著的增加，同时旅游景区的品质有序提升，旅游景区的供给结构也是在不断的变化，我们的接待人次也是逐渐的上升。特别是2021年以来，随着新冠疫情的这个稳定呢，我们国家的 A 级景区的这个人员数量也是不断的恢复。
First, let's take a look at some data. In the past 10 years, the number of 5A level scenic spots in China has increased from 6,042 in 2012 to 14,196 in 2021. Among them, the number of 5A scenic spots, the highest level of China's tourist attractions, has also increased from 147 to 318, increase of 116%. The number of 5A level tourist attractions in China has increased significantly. The quality of tourist attractions has been improved in an orderly manner. The supply structure of tourist attractions has been continuously optimized, and the number of tourists has steadily increased, especially since the year of 2021, with the betterment of the epidemic situation. Visitors to 5A level scenic spots has increased stably.
同时10年来呀，我们国家的文化和旅游的事业费用不断增长，占财政收入的这个比重也是在持续的增加。政府越来越重视文旅产业的发展。2021年，全国文化和旅游的这个事业费用达到了1132亿人民币，比2012年增长了95.6%。
In the past decade, the expenditure in culture and tourism has kept growing, and its proportion in physical expenditure has kept rising. The government has paid more and more attention to the development of culture and tourism. In 2021, the national cultural and tourism expenses will be over 113 billion yuan, an increase of 95.6% over 2012.
10年来，国内旅游市场不断的发展壮大。2012年到2019年，国内旅游人次和旅游收入快速增长。2020年受新冠疫情的影响呢，国内旅游市场人次和收入有所下降。2021年，国内旅游市场逐步回暖，国内旅游人次达到了32亿人次，国内旅游收入达到了2.92万亿人民币。
In the past 10 years, the domestic tourism market has been growing. From 2012 to 2019, the number of domestic tourists and tourism income increased rapidly. In 2020, the number of domestic tourists and income declined due to the impact of the COVID-19. In 2021, the domestic tourism market gradually recovered. The number of domestic tourists reached about 3.2 billion, and the domestic tourism revenue reached 2.9 trillion yuan.
江西省位于中国的中部地区，生态环境非常的好，旅游资源也是非常的丰富。刚才廖院长已经做了一个详细的介绍。同时10年来呢，我们江西省的旅游人次和旅游收入也是在不断的增长。尽管受新冠疫情的这个影响，2020年的这个数据是有一个大幅的下降，但是2021年我们的这个数据是恢复的比较明显。2021年江西省的旅游接待总人次是突破了7.4亿人次， 同时旅游收入达到了6769亿元人民币。同时，江西省“十四五”文化和旅游规划提出，到2025年，我们的这个旅游人次预计要达到10亿人次，这个旅游收入也将突破1.2万亿元人民币。
Jiangxi province is located in the central region of China, with a very good ecological environment and rich tourism resources, as Professor Liang introduced in detail just now. Over the past decade, the number of tourists and the tourism revenue in Jiangxi province have also increased year by year. Although the data in 2020 has dropped significantly due to COVID-19, over 740 million trips were still made in Jiangxi province, and the total tourism revenue still reached 676.9 billion yuan in 2021. At the same time, the 14th five-year cultural and tourism development planning of Jiangxi province also proposed that by the year of 2025, the number of tourists in the province will exceed 1 billion, and the tourism revenue will exceed 1.2 trillion yuan.
近年来，中国旅游业的高速发展是离不开政府的这个政策以及资金的大力支持。接下来呢，让我们一起来了解一下近10年来政府关于旅游的一些相关的政策。2013年2月，国务院办公厅印发了《国民旅游休闲纲要》，提出了健康、文明、环保的这个旅游休闲理念。同时，2013年4月，《中华人民共和国旅游法》公布实施，依法治旅、依法促旅，加快推进。2014年8月，国务院印发关于促进旅游业改革发展的若干意见，提出旅游业是现代服务业的重要的组成部分，带动的作用是非常的明显，也是非常的大。
In recent years, the rapid development of China's tourism industry is inseparable from the government's policies and financial support. Next, let's learn about the government's series of policies on tourism in the past decade. In February 2013, the State Council issued the National Tourism and Leisure Development Program. The concept of sound, civilized, and environmentally friendly tourism and leisure has become the consensus of the whole society. In April 2013, the tourism law of the People's Republic of China was promulgated and implemented, and the tourism was governed and promoted according to law. In August 2014, the State Council issued opinions of promoting the reform and the development of tourism to further promote the reform and development of tourism, and propose that tourism is an important part and plays a significant role in modern service industry.
同时，2016年，国务院首次将旅游业发展规划纳入了“十三五”国家重点的这个专项的规划。2021年1月呢，国务院又印发了“十四五”的这个旅游业发展规划，提出文化和旅游要深度的融合。同时，我们要建设一批富有文化底蕴的世界级旅游景区和度假区。同时，2022年7月，国家发改委和文旅部又联合印发了《国民旅游休闲发展纲要 （2022 到2030》，旨在进一步优化我们国家的旅游休闲的环境。我国旅游业的整体实力和竞争力明显提升，逐步迈向世界旅游强国。
In December 2016, the State Council for the first time incorporated the Tourism Development Plan into the 13th Five-Year National Key Special Plan and issued the 13th Five-Year Tourism Development Plan. In January 2022, the State Council issued the 14th Five-Year Plan for Tourism Development, putting forward the deep integration of culture and tourism, and building a number of world-class tourist attractions in the resorts with rich cultural heritage. In July 2022, the National Development and Reform Commission and the Ministry of Culture and Tourism jointly
issued the National Tourism and Leisure Development Program from the year of 2022 to 2030, aiming to further optimize China's tourism and leisure environment, improve the relevant public service system, better the quality of products and services, enrich the continuation of tourism and leisure, and promote the integration of related industries.
近年来呢，我们江西省委省政府也是高度重视旅游业的发展。我们在2013年10月份提出了这个旅游强省的战略，相继出台了一系列的文件，要促进旅游的高质量发展，充分释放旅游文化和旅游的经济发展活力。尤其是新冠，你先翻。
In recent years, the CPC Jiangxi Provincial Committee and the provincial government have also attached great importance to tourism development. In 2013, they put forward the strategy of construction of strong tourism province and issued a series of documents to promote the high-quality development of tourism, thus fully releasing the vitality of cultural and tourism economic development. Especially
尤其是新冠疫情发生以来，为了稳住经济大盘，帮助文旅企业纾困解难，提振文旅消费呢，省委省政府又出台了一系列有效的措施，促进文旅业快速回暖。
Especially since the COVID-19, in order to stabilize the economic market, help cultural and tourism enterprises to relieve their difficulties, and boost cultural and tourism consumption, the government have introduced a series of effective measures to promote the rapid recovery of the cultural and tourism industry.
自2020年新冠疫情爆发以来啊，我们全球的经济形势发生了重大的变革，经济持续萎缩，旅游行业更是首当其冲，遭受重挫。为了顺应这个常态化的疫情防控特点，我们中国旅游行业也是发生了一系列的转变。
Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 in 2020, the global economic situation has undergone major changes. The economy has continued to shrink, and the tourism industry is the first to bear the brunt, suffering heavy losses. In order to comply with normalized epidemic prevention and control, China's tourism industry has also undergone a series of changes.
首先是我们的旅游观念发生了新的转变，游客从团队游、观光游到自驾游和度假游发生了转变。同时，乡村旅游、亲子休闲、露营、徒步、骑行也是受到了关注。年轻群体的反向旅游也带动了非常多的新兴小众的旅游目的地。
First of all, there has been a new change in tourism concept. The way of travel for tourists have changed from pursuing package tours and sightseeing tours to road trips and vacation tours. Rural tourism, parent-child leisure, camping, hiking, cycling, and other new tourism formats have attracted much attention. The young group's reverse tourism has driven more emerging tourism destinations.
Pardon me, from Nanchang Normal University and Dr. Tsung, your time remain is 2 minutes.
还有2分钟啊，2分钟啊，那个郑博士。
还有2个片子。其次，出行方式呢和旅游的半径也是发生了转变，从出境游、国内游到省内游、本地游以及周边游发生了转变。游客出行的方式也是以高铁、自驾为主，平均出游半径以及到目的地的平均游憩的半径也是在减小。我们旅游进入了这个100公里时代。
Secondly, the travel mode and tourism radius have changed from outbound and domestic tourism to provincial, local, and surrounding tourism. Travel mode of tourists is mainly by self-driving and by high-speed rail. average travel radius and the average duration radius of the destination have reduced, and the tourism has entered into the 100 kilometers era.
同时，最后我们的旅游人次和出行的时间也是发生了转变。与疫情之前相比，假期旅游的人次和旅游收入总体是呈现了一个下降的趋势。游客单次旅行的时间呢，也是大幅的缩短。比如说，2021年60%的人旅行的天数大概是1到3天，以微度假为主。
Thirdly, the number of tourists and the travel time have also changed. Compared with those before the epidemic, the number of tourists and tourism income have sharply declined. The number of days for tourists to travel in a single time is drastically reduced, and the frequency of the travel is increased. In the year of 2021, 61.6% of tourists will travel for 1 to 3 days, mainly for micro vacations.
由于时间关系，我今天的汇报就到此结束，谢谢大家。
Okay, that's all for today's report, and the best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, this is the last one. Now give the special welcome, warm welcome, and to our Dr. Zheng. Okay, now I will speak some Chinese to my Dr. 曾显利曾博士你好因为我们也算是这个老旅游了嘛，这几年出来游就基本上没有关心这个国内这个旅游的数据。刚刚你这些数据对我们来说很鼓励、很鼓舞，因为这些数据从我们目前国家出台的这些政策，还有辅助政策，可以说在我们旅游遭受最重创的时候，给了非常大的鼓励。你刚刚跟我讲的这个江西，我们去年就7个亿的人次的旅游，这个是很可喜的一个现象。而且现在目前的人的观念、旅游的观念在变，方式也在变，而且人们在疫情期间没有对旅游失去兴趣，这是非常令人欣喜的现象。所以曾博士非常谢谢你能够给我也一些新的东西。OK，so 非常感谢你我再用英语讲一点OK，now just now Dr. Zheng give us a very special presentation about the China culture and the tourism industry. Now, culture and the tourism industry combine each other, cooperate, connect each other, just like stronger. So, although our tourism industry suffer from too much because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but now our government and really focus on the recover the tourism and give more policy and give more regulation to support the tourism enterprise. I believe so. Not too long. So sooner after the COVID-19 disappeared, so our tourist industry, our tourist people, so will come to Bali and go travel all over the world, and can upgrade our tourism the confidence. Okay, and many thanks all the distinguished guests and our dean and our students. So today is a special day. It's to celebrate Nanchang Normal University birthday 70th anniversary. But I also, by the end of this conference, I will give you another information. So today is my birthday. So thank you. Also, Wisma is birthday. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, the Wisma is younger. Also, it's a birthday. So today, I spend a wonderful day with our Balinese people and with our colleague and with our dean. Okay.
Oke. Boleh kita nyanyi sama-sama lagunya?
Now next, Yeah.
我们先要祝你生日快乐 Prof Tao。
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Terima kasih banyak. Yeah. Next agenda. Next agenda. So there are 10 minutes question, but give the Dr. Sandra really happy question. Okay, yeah.
Baik, kepada teman-teman yang memiliki pertanyaan silakan untuk mengangkat tangan. Oke, satu boleh dibantu. Ya, silakan berdiri. Ada lagi? Untuk 3 penanya terlebih dahulu. 1, 2, 3. Ya, silakan. Berdiri terlebih dahulu. Ketiganya. 1, 2, 3.
All right, thank you for the opportunities that have been given to me. First of all, I was amazed with the presentation of Mr. Sandra, and I appreciate it a lot. And at first, your opening statement that you said about Bali sold cheap and monkey business and stuff, I just want you to give us a new side about what is monkey business and what did you mean with Bali sold cheap? Yeah, that's all my question. Thank you.
Baik, langsung untuk yang berikutnya.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to ask to Mr. Sandra. How should we respond or real action from us as tourists or host for the tourists themselves? Can I repeat once again?
Ya, boleh diulangi sekali dengan bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Indonesia ya.
Okay. How should we respond or real action from us as tourists or host for the tourists themselves? Untuk bahasa Indonesia sendiri yaitu bagaimana harusnya kita menyikapi atau aksi nyata dari kita sebagai wisatawan ataupun tuan rumah itu sendiri untuk menyikapi tentang isu-isu dan masalah-masalah yang terjadi di Bali dan isu-isu tentang negara Cina untuk ke Bali.
Okay, one more from Nanchang Normal University. Now maybe 3 questions. And 方杰，刘院长，我们那边学生准备提个什么问题啊？如果不清楚的话呢，把信息发给我，我等一下翻译给Sandra。有没有现场提问的？把名字报一报。有没有？好。
用中文说就行。
中文也可以啊，没关系啊，我在这边给你翻译。
你好，亲爱的桑德拉博士，我想问的问题是：现在我们中国越来越多的人会去巴厘岛旅游，那么对于我们中国游客来说，我们入境的困难在哪里呢？
好，你这样，你那个方杰，你把他的名字报给我，再把他的问题报给我，让Sandra现在先用英文跟回答前面2个问题，好吗 ？Okay, but Sandra, you can answer the 2 questions first. Yeah, you can answer 2 questions. Now later I will get the.
Okay, thank you for the first question. Yeah, what is the meaning of Bali sold cheap, and what is the meaning of monkey business? Okay, Bali sold cheapest, or in bahasa Bali dijual murah. Why this phenomenon occur in Bali? This is based on the policy of our ministry, of our tourism ministry, that at the first, when Jokowi Widodo to become the first position of president, the first period to become president in Indonesia, and how to make the 20 million tourists coming to Indonesia, so that you know that Bali is the most popular. It means that the government hope that Bali will give contribution 40% from the 20 million tourists coming to Bali. The question, what should Bali did, yeah, in order to make a lot of Chinese tourists coming to Bali? So that the Minister of Tourism to invite some travel agent in China in order they could make the direct flight from some tourist generating region from China, which could connect, yeah, by flight from Garuda Indonesia and CityLink as well. So that some travel agent in China, yeah, to make memorandum of understanding, yeah, with the company of flight in Indonesia, national company flight in Indonesia, such as Sriwijaya Air. After the MOU, memorandum of understanding, was signed, it meant that even though in the what we call good condition, yeah, for example, in February and October, that we call the Golden Week of China, a lot of Chinese tourists coming to Bali. But when on, for example, April, May, and so on, there is small Chinese tourists coming to Bali. So that the travel agent in China make gimmick promotion. It means that even though you have only 1,500,000 rupiah, yeah, the Chinese tourists could come to Bali. And the question, how could the travel agent will recover, yeah, from the what we call money that has given to the tourists? So that when the smallest tourists coming to Bali, for example, in the month of May or June, the travel agent in China will make gimmick promotion, yeah, to make the Chinese tourists interested in coming to Bali. Yeah, so that Bali was sold cheapest. And when the tourists China coming to Bali, and to make cash back, yeah, the money that has given to the Chinese tourists, and they have to buy, yeah, the souvenir in some souvenir shop that had conducted collaboration between some Chinese travel agent with the Sino-Indonesian in Bali. Yeah, so that they can maybe the Chinese tourists have to buy something, so that the image of Bali to become bad image, yeah, bad image among the Chinese tourists. And the monkey business, the meaning in bahasa is jual beli kepala, For example, I'm a guide, yeah, and then some travel agent, local travel agent who had make collaboration with the travel agent in China, sell their own tourists to me. For example, 5% tourists, and I have to buy 2 million. And then, how to make the Chinese tourists in order they would like to buy a lot of things in Bali. So that if the tourists do not buy something, it means my money as the tourist will be loose. So that is meaning jual beli kepala or monkey business. But if the tourists, for example, will buy a lot of souvenir, maybe from the 5 tourists you will earn money, maybe 10 million, it means that is good condition. That is, I call monkey business. And the second question, what must the stakeholder do in Bali, yeah, regarding the bad impact of Chinese tourists coming to Bali? The first is our government in Bali have to make regulation, how to regulate the Chinese market. Since the Chinese market has special characteristic, it's very, very different with the Japanese market, the Australian market. Why? Because in bahasa Indonesia, jeruk makan jeruk. Yeah. The Chinese travel agent will eat, what we call, will eat their own Chinese people. Yeah. It means jeruk makan jeruk. So that in order to make this phenomenon to become disappear, that our local government have to make special regulation to manage the Chinese market. This is my suggestion. For example, the Chinese tourists coming to Bali, when they pay something by using the WeChat Pay, the WeChat payment. The WeChat payment, it means that when the Chinese tourists make shopping in certain shopping shop, then they didn't use cash money, but just only by WeChat Pay. It means that the money will back again to China. This is the problem of Chinese market in Bali. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Pak Sandra, Pak. Makasih. But there is a very simple question. Just now, the student from Nanchang Normal University, Miss Luo Wenyin, Miss Luo, so she asked one interesting question. So she asked Pak Sandra, so we are interested in coming to Bali, but what any obstacle come to Bali? Obstacle. What's the difficult? so,
Okay.
等一下，这个问题很简单。等
Yeah.
Sandra 完了以后，我们私聊啊，我非常清楚啊。This is a very simple question. After Sandra finishes the question, I can speak in Chinese with you. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much. A good question. We do hope that after COVID-19, post-COVID-19, that the Chinese tourists will recover coming to Bali. I think, from my perspective and from my research, doctorate research, that the most problem is the policy of the People's Republic, the government of People's Republic of China. Yeah, until now, the presidency, doesn't open the border of the China country. And the second, the China country, by using zero COVID-19 in China, I think that is impossible. I think it is impossible, zero COVID-19. You know, that we are now coexistent with the COVID-19, so that why now, even though the herd immunity in Bali was created, but we are still using masker. That is my answer. In Bali, or especially in Indonesia, our government had issued regulation. All of the regulation, give you the easy way, traveling to Bali. If you providing that you have vaccine, the first and the second, and maybe booster, if you come to Bali, travel to Bali, there is no problem for you. After coming to Bali and then check in the hotel, and there is no problem with your COVID-19, and you can freely, traveling to all over of Bali. I think it is very, very easy travel to Indonesia, especially to Bali. But the problem is until now, yeah, there is no Chinese tourists from mainland. I mean Chinese from China, yeah, visiting to Bali. Why? Because your government still providing that the staff of company, yeah, from China visiting Bali, and then after that, back to China, they have to make quarantine 2 weeks until 3 weeks. That is impossible for you if you are staff of company. I think the problem is in your country, not my country as the tourist destination region. Thank you very much.
OK， 非常感谢啊，terima kasih banyak. Because of time limited, I only say some Chinese words to answer the student from Nanchang Normal University. 罗文莹，你要到巴厘岛来，应该说是快了啊。因为我们刚刚从中国来，不到大概1个多月，一切顺利。如果我们国内如果开航了，有直飞巴黎的，那你就快了。我们到了巴黎来了以后，不用隔离啊。这个现在目前整个巴黎的情况不错啊，生活正常。这个只要我们来了以后，注意这个个人的这些卫生啊，我们应该还是能够这个在巴黎过得愉快啊。今天的这个活动，我们还有最后一个项目，我们给把山德拉，还有我们的这个曾先礼教授博士啊发证书啊，这是巴厘岛人最钟爱的一种形式。开完了国际研讨会以后啊，一定要发一个证书给大家以资纪念。Okay, now the last program, and we'd like to give the certificate to Dr. Sandala and Dr. Zheng, Mr. Zheng. So now we invite who? Okay, Ibu Yayu. So you can give the certificate to Mate, Dr. Sandala. 好，那个我们南昌 ，OK 出来了啊，我们那个南昌师范学院那边的证书已经出来。OK， 曾博士你好啊，你们今天2个都是博士啊，已经谈了很多的这个关于旅游方面的一些政策的啊，还有这个规则的。然后现在你的证书在旁边 ，OK。
好，谢谢。
OK， 来招个手吧。
Please give a warm applause, everyone.
来 ，OK，clap。Yeah, very good. So two speakers to shake hands and make the final decision. 好，谢谢啊。今天我们要非常感谢我们南昌师范学院的宋乃康主任，还有我们的刘玉凤主任，谢谢你们为这次2边的国际研讨会远隔千里能够开得这么成功。谢谢大家了啊！我们国内已经是快天黑了啊，你们做了这么长的时间，表示深深的感谢啊。OK， 再见啊！千里之遥的巴黎跟你们招手了，欢迎你们早日来啊！好 ，many thanks. So all the students, all leader. So this is a very special seminar, and between China and Bali. So through this kind of international seminar, we can strengthen our relationship. We can strengthen our cooperation. So Nanchang Normal University always welcome all the students from Faculty of Tourism at Udayana University to Jiangxi, to China, to have a good look and experience the Chinese tourist resources. We also invite the students from Nanchang Normal University to come to Bali. So I think Bali is a romantic island. So it's a very good island. So I like Bali. Saya suka Bali. Saya cinta Bali. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you for the amazing sharing, and please give the most warm applause to our speaker and also our moderators. Okay, so next is a group photo session for honorable invitees and participants. Please stand to attention. Baik, kepada Bapak Ibu hadirin, untuk selanjutnya adalah sesi foto bersama. Dimohon untuk bangkit berdiri karena kita akan melakukan foto dari atas ini ya. Check. Next is a group photo session for all honorable invitees and participants. Please stand to attention. Oke, yang di bagian belakang juga bisa berdiri ya. Oke, yang di belakang mungkin boleh maju ke tengah sedikit, boleh kok. Oke, yang sebelah sini boleh merapat sedikit. Boleh ke sebelah, oke. I artinya 1, artinya 2, san artinya 3, oke? Sama-sama, I, san. Nah kalau saya bilang Xigua tian bu tian, jawabnya tian, bisa ya? Xigua tian bu tian? Oke, luar biasa. Oke, lagi? Oke, sekali lagi ya. Bentuk love-nya, hatinya, ya love ya tangannya. Pisin. Oke, sama-sama 1, 2, 3. I, san, Xigua tian bu tian? Yes, okay. Thank you semuanya. Participants are welcome to sit back. Bapak Ibu hadirin dipersilakan untuk duduk kembali. Okay, so with that our event is over. We hope from this seminar can bring you more knowledge about this normal COVID-19 situation, new normal COVID situation, about the opportunities, about the challenges, and also the way to recover. And on behalf of all the staff, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all of you. 谢谢 Nanchang Normal University, and thank you for all the participants, and see you on the next event. Please give a warm applause. Acara saya tutup dengan Parama Santi. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, namo buddhaya, dan salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. The honorable guests and participants in Nanchang Normal University are welcome to leaving the meeting room. Untuk teman-teman yang ada di Universitas Udayana, mohon untuk menunggu sebentar ya. Oke, kita ada beberapa hadiah ya. Di sini ada payung karena sekarang lagi musim hujan. Maju ke depan. Oke, terima kasih ya sudah aktif berpartisipasi di acara hari ini. So we will give the souvenir for the participant who are actively participating in our event today. Oke, untuk souvenirnya akan diserahkan oleh Bapak Dr. Andes Imade Sendra untuk membantu menyerahkan souvenir. Oke. Coba bahasa Mandarin dulu satu kata aja. Masa sih nggak bisa? Tadi 1, 2, 3 apa bahasa Mandarinnya? Minta tolong mikrofonnya.
Cek. Ada satu kalimat yang saya tahu dalam bahasa Cina, wo ini.
Wah ini artinya I love you ya. Oke boleh, mau pilih hadiah apa nih kira-kira? Ada mobil, mainan.
Ada mobil Kak.
Ya.
Ada apa lagi Kak?
Ada payung Kak, kita di sini ada juga kaos, ada tumbler juga ya Kak.
Saya pilih ini sih Kak, tumbler untuk mengisi hati yang kosong. Bukan.
Boleh, siap. Siap. Coba yang lain dulu. Satu kalimat, satu kata di bahasa Mandarin.
Ni hao.
Ni hao, oke. Mau pilih apa?
Karena saya cinta TCI, kayaknya saya minta kaos TCI.
Minta apa?
Minta kaos
Oh,
TCI.
kaos TCI. Oke, siap. Untuk apa?
Mungkin saya pakai nanti keluar gitu sekalian promosi
Oke,
TCI.
bagus. Jangan dijadiin kain lap ya, nggak boleh. Lanjut.
Satu kata ya Kak?
Iya.
Paling sia-sia dong.
Apa?
Sia-sia.
Sia-sia, oke. Mau pilih apa?
Payung aja, payung.
Payung, oke lanjut.
Saya tidak tahu bahasa Cina. Saya taunya tadi ni hao,
Oh, jangan, harus yang baru, yang baru.
Apa ya?
Ya udah 1, 2, 3 bahasa Mandarinnya apa? Tadi kan baru tuh.
I, sama apa?
San,
Iya,
diteriakin.
San.
San, oke. Mau pilih hadiah apa?
Aku mau payung.
Oh payung, oke silakan Bapak untuk memberikan souvenir kepada teman-teman kita yang sudah aktif berpartisipasi. Tepuk tangan dulu dong untuk teman-temannya. Oh ya, ini tumbler. Oke, selamat ya untuk tumblernya. Oke, untuk berikutnya. Oke, lanjut ke berikutnya. Payung, Pak, ini payung. Payung ya. Oke, terima kasih Pak. Dipersilakan untuk kembali ke tempat. Teman-teman juga silakan untuk kembali ke tempat. Oh iya. Ada yang butuh payung? Wih, banyak ya. Ini deh, saya mau karena Prof. Tau is having his birthday today. Please give a wishes in Chinese to Prof. Tau. Who can give a wishes to Prof. Tau in Chinese will get the souvenir. We give 2 for you, 1 person. 2, you can choose tumbler or maybe the t-shirt. 1 people can choose 2 souvenir if you have a good wishes to Prof. Tau. Come on, come here. Oke, silakan. Yuk, Google Translate-nya yuk, bisa yuk. Yuk, maju dulu. Saya maunya yang berani dulu deh. 5 detik ya, saya hitung tunggu di depan. 3 orang aja, maju langsung. 1, 2, 3. Ya udah banyak, udah 3 ya. Ya udah 2 orang lagi, 2 orang lagi. 2 setengah. Yuk. 2 setengah, Gimana sih? Yuk maju. Ayo 1 orang lagi nih, 1 lagi. Ayo di Google Translate yuk, cepat yuk. Okay. Prof. Tau, so this is your birthday today. Our participant would like to give a wishes to. Yes? Yes, Chinese. In Chinese. In Chinese. Tepuk tangan dulu dong, ada yang gemetar tangannya.
Cek.
Okay, Prof. Tau is here. Oh, Wisma also have a birthday today.
So why I keep silent? Just when I talk to the team. So today, if my seminar is not very good, I keep silent. But now the seminar is okay, so I can say speak out. And let everybody say, celebrate Nanchang Normal University 30th anniversary, also including Wisma and I. Now sing the Chinese Wisma. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I want to say Chinese. For Proctor, 祝你生日快乐.
And the young boy Wisma like to study Chinese. I tell him, without a care about the spelling, rising toe, rising toe, just like follow this young man, follow me. 祝你生日快乐 Chinese. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。OK， Indonesia， 棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒棒。当当当当当当当当当当。
Oke, semuanya silakan berdiri sama-sama kita nyanyi. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日。
祝你生日快乐。
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Sama-sama. Panjang umurnya, panjang umurnya. Oke.
Hari ini hari yang kau tunggu, bertambah 1 tahun usiamu, bahagialah kamu. Yang ku beri bukan jam dan cincin, bukan seikat bunga atau puisi, juga kalung hati. Maaf, bukannya pelit atau gak mau, gak modal dikit yang ingin aku beri padamu. Doa tulus hati. Moga Tuhan melindungi kamu, serta tercapai semua angan dan cita-citamu. Mudah-mudahan diberi umur panjang, sehat selama-lamanya.
So, terima kasih banyak. Just now, I will crying. I'm so moving.
Moga Tuhan melindungi kamu, serta tercapai semua angan dan cita-citamu. Mudah-mudahan diberi umur panjang, sehat selama-lamanya.
谢谢谢谢，非常感谢啊。So, I leave my home far away, maybe around more than 10,000 kilometers. But I'm oh, first. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. So, Papa. Okay. Happy day. Young boy. Yeah. So just now, I did not feel alone. So I'm happy. So we just like live in the Balinese family with my very good friend, just like a relative. So terima kasih everybody. So I'm happy day. Do you know my age? Can you guess? Children. I am. Turn back. Now this is very interesting. Now I am 66. When you turn back, it's 99. Okay, yeah, terima kasih. So I try to keep younger, and with all the Balinese people, the actors. Okay, so the beautiful lady can say so much for today.
Well, in this wonderful event, of course, we wish a prosperous day, prosperous birthday for Professor Tao. And of course, we hope all the best and prosperity, prosperity, joyous life, and long live for, good health for Professor Tao. And once again, your birthday too, sorry. Selamat ulang tahun ya. Sukses dan panjang umur, kemudian juga semua yang dicita-citakan tercapai. So hip hip, hooray! Congratulations, Prof. Tao.
Okay, thank you for celebrating Prof. Tao birthday. So wonderful. 祝你生日快乐，长命百岁。Oke, nah yang di sini apa kabar? Ya, boleh ucapan untuk Prof. Tao dan juga Wisma namanya. Prof. Tao dan Wisma apa? Coba silakan.
祝你生日快乐，身体健康，万事如意。
Oke, 万岁。Oke. Baik. Nah. Oke, berikutnya.
生日快乐，长命。
Siapa ini yang diucapin ya?
Profesor Tao and Kak Wisma.
Apa gimana Profesor Tao and Kak Wisma? Kan di mana-mana misalnya ini selamat ulang tahun ya gitu. Coba namanya dulu baru gitu.
Profesor Tao and Kak Wisma, 生日快乐，长命。
Oke, siap panjang umur ya. Lanjut.
Profesor Tao and Kak Wisma, 祝你生日快乐。 Jungni Yongzuan Jiankan Chengsa.
Oke, siap. Oke, payung ya. Oke, berikutnya silakan agak ke tengah dikit. Iya.
Prof. Tao and Wisma, Zunin Chengri Kuaile.
Oke, thank you. Terima kasih semuanya. Aja. Silakan untuk kembali ke tempat. Ya, silakan. Ya, mungkin kita bagi-bagi payung di acara berikutnya ya, teman-teman. Terima kasih sudah hadir hari ini Fakultas Pariwisata. Sekali lagi selamat ulang tahun untuk Prof. Tao Wisma dalam bahasa Mandarin. 祝你生日快乐. 1, 2, 3. Oke, terima kasih mungkin untuk ini saja. Sampai di sini acara kita hari ini. Sampai jumpa di event-event berikutnya. Teman-teman dipersilakan untuk meninggalkan ruangan. Please give a warm applause to us today. Bagi teman-teman datang